I would like to say my journey started in Chicago, Illinois the day I was born, but I have lived many lives since then. At 10 years old, my mother moved my younger brother and I to Houston, Texas, where she started her career as an entrepreneur and technically where I started mine as well. By working in the family business, I learned tenacity through doing many things the wrong way and having to figure out the right way to do things. I learned perseverance by pushing forward through all the uncertainty. This tenacity at a young age empowered me to be able to train hard in basketball and spend the extra time outside of practice. This led me to being the only freshman on a championship basketball team and continued on to win 3 state championships during my high school career. With many options coming out of high school, including scholarship offers to D1 colleges, I had my sights set on another industry, and I didn't want to make a commitment I would later regret. So I took my talents to University of Houston and decided not to pursue my former dream of becoming a student athlete, but instead received an academic scholarship which covered my tuition costs. After 2 years at U of H, I felt a strong calling to the fashion industry, after I had been introduced to modeling in Houston by my former modeling agency. I decided to visit New York for Fashion Week in February, and I immediately fell in love and was introduced to industry leaders in fashion, which confirmed that there was a place for me there. I had the hard conversation with my mom about dropping out of school to pursue my fashion career. She wasn't happy at first, my dad was even less thrilled, but my mom supported my decision and I was in New York by August. That's where the next part of the journey begins. While living in New York, I was scouted by an agent based in London, whom I later signed to. The cool thing about having an agent in London is that she knew the overseas market, which eventually led to me having a visa in London for 1 year, and within that time, I traveled and worked in Milan and the European market. This was a life-altering experience, one which I will never forget. Then COVID hit. This changed every industry forever, including the way fashion shows and photo shoots were done. Living in New York by myself at such a young age started to be a little overwhelming, and I felt like I needed a base to restructure my foundation. So I decided to come back home to Houston. Coming back home was bittersweet at first, but then I remembered the promise I had made to myself and my mom to go back to school when the time was right. And that's what I did. I enrolled back in University of Houston, which later became one of the single best decisions of my life. Here, I wasn't an artist chasing a dream or a young hustler having to make a way out of no way. I am a student, a classmate, a friend. It slowed things down a bit and put me back on track. This is where I found the #1 sales program in the country, Program for Excellence in Selling, which has opened up doors, taught me so much about myself, both personally and professionally, and most importantly, has given me the support I've always needed to grow and flourish in a safe place. I don't know where life will take me from here or what's in store for me next, but I would not take a single experience back because they all led me right here with you.